You didn't ask, but today we're going to be reviewing one battle after another, the new Paul Thomas Anderson film starring Leonardo. Oh my God, Leonardo DiCaprio, the GOAT. I'm Tyler.
I'm Spencer.
I'm Jory.
All right, but before we get into this movie, we got to talk about a different media. The new PS5 Wolverine game from Insomniac Games had a trailer finally announced. I didn't think this game was ever going to come out, and it looks so good.
Yeah, after those leaks, I really thought this game was never
It
coming out.
looked so
But
good.
this looks great. The blood, the gore, you can tell that they were
did
not
hold
holding
back.
at all.
They took the basis for Spider-Man and they just like adapted it to make it a Wolverine game. It looks sick. We got Mystique in there. We got Omega Red. We got Sentinels. I'm hyped. If they add Hulk into this game as a boss battle, oh my God.
We need a Sabretooth like 1v1 fight.
Oh, 100%. Deadpool.
Ooh.
I don't know if
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, but I also would like some villains or even characters that I don't know personally that could like introduce me to some new characters.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
I want to see like Magneto, but I kind of want him to be able to lose.
Yeah.
Like if Wolverine fights Magneto and he loses, I feel like that could be a cool addition.
Yeah, we definitely could figure that out. But I think it looks really sick. I mean, how on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for the new Wolverine game on
Gotta be a
PS5?
10.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think we've had a Wolverine game like this since
X-Men
Legends on the
that was a
PS3
game.
era.
Yeah.
That was a game.
That was a game. You know, as a kid, I used to love that Deadpool too. The one with his mouth shut. And I mean, now I know that that's nothing near what Deadpool is. But as a kid,
But like at the
dude,
time, it didn't even bother me. I was just like,
yeah, like this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Yeah. So I'm really hyped for it. I really did not think that they were going to do this after all the leaks and everything that the company had. I did not think this movie was ever going to, or this game was ever going to come out. And this gives me hope. We still might be getting that Venom game because when playing as Venom in the Spider-Man 2 PS5 game, euphoric. Clean up an aisle my pants.
oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
No, but playing as Venom was a whole lot better than playing as Mary Jane.
Yes.
Those Mary Jane missions.
Yeah. You know who Mary Jane reminds me of?
Who?
Jory.
Oh yeah.
What? What?
I don't know. You just kind of give me the same vibes. Just
Yeah, barely
interesting.
contributing. You know,
Barely contributing.
barely contributing. Yep. Yeah, that's basically right.
Mary was doing her thing, especially
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, no, that does. It looks so good. What is your most hyped upcoming game? Or what is your most hyped upcoming video game of all time?
Of all
Definitely
time?
GTA 6, but
GTA 6?
after GTA 6, probably Wolverine.
Jory?
I can't even name a video game. You asked me to.
Jeez. Okay.
GTA 6.
Yeah. Mine's at this point. It honestly might be Wolverine.
Yeah.
It might be Wolverine. That I'm actually really hyped for that. I don't really know if there's a lot of other games coming out that like I'm like super hyped out. Maybe I don't know if this counts as a new video game, but I'm pretty hyped for the Royal Ghost evolution in Clash Royale.
Yeah, I don't play Clash. But
I'm addicted. I got back and I'm addicted, full on addicted. I'm pissed at 11 o'clock at night. I'm like half falling asleep playing the game and I'm fucking getting 3 crown, dude. I'm fuming. I'm throwing my phone against the wall. No, I'm not actually doing that, but I want to.
are you guys gonna play the new Ghost of Yote?
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably play it. I liked Ghost of Tsushima, but I didn't finish it. But it was also like in the middle of, or at the ending of high school or beginning of college when it came out, and I think I got busy and I just never beat it. But it was fun when I played it.
I didn't like 100% it. I think I beat the main story, but I didn't go back and finish all the side stuff. But
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. I remember really enjoying that game.
Jory?
I found the game I'm most anticipating.
Oh
I
God.
did a research.
Let's see.
King of Meat, October 7th.
What?
It's coming out like next week.
King of Meat, baby. Here we come.
What is that even about?
It says a forthcoming co-op party platformer game
Jory just
involves
saw
4
meat.
players navigating wacky dungeons filled with platforming combat puzzles.
4-player meat off in the game.
Jory does like
No
good.
thanks.
Jory does like a good meat off. Jeez. I mean,
So
if there's one thing about Jory, he's gonna be loving his meat.
What can
He's
I
gonna
say?
be loving his meat almost as much as Bob was loving his weed in one battle after another.
Ooh,
Mm.
Look at that transition. Yeah. One battle after another. Out of 10, what's your score?
I think I'm gonna give right. I think I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna say 8.3.
8
This guy in his
Which
freaking decibels.
is the I think the highest initial rating I've given any movie we've reviewed.
Wow. Yeah, above Sinners for you.
Nah,
Sinners-
remember, Jory
well,
was a
because
Sinners hater.
I was
He
lower
said, like,
on
7.5.
Sinners until we had the
That guy
conversation.
was a hater. Yeah, okay.
and then
Alright.
and then I raised Sinners up, but still,
Yeah.
yeah, I think this is probably
All right.
We
Yeah,
gotta go back and like tally up all of
Yeah, and see
best
which.
ratings
Yeah,
at the
that
end
would be
of the
cool.
year
And then
and
at the
see,
end of
like,
the year
do
and
we
see if
still feel
yeah,
that way
I
about
like
them?
that. So you can give one battle after another an 8.5 out of 10. I really like this movie and I was pleasantly surprised by it. But I'm gonna need your guys' help and I'm gonna need whoever's watching's help because I really don't have much negative to say about this movie. I loved it. I thought it was great. I mean, it flies by. It's fun from the beginning to the end. It's got great meanings and messages, symbolism, whatever you want to say. Acting is off the charts. But people going into this, people were saying that this was like a euphoric movie experience. Like you were going to transcend to godhood watching this movie. People are saying this is one of the greatest movies of the century, of the decade, of the past, whatever. I didn't feel that, but I don't know why I didn't feel that. I don't know if we can figure out what you guys think, but like I don't really have much like negative to say about this
That's
movie.
interesting. Outside of the trailers, I hadn't really seen too much hype or had any like real ideas about the movie heading into it. The only thing I had heard was that the movie was like 3 hours long, and I was kind of concerned about
Yeah.
how they were going to do the pacing. But actually sitting down and watching it, you don't really feel the runtime.
No, you do not feel the runtime in one battle after another. It's a 2 hour and 45-minute movie that feels like 2 hours. Flies by. I didn't feel myself like falling asleep at all during it. It once it starts, it does not let go. And I think the pacing was really, really great in the movie for a 3 hour movie.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, at no point did I feel the need to like check my phone. I don't ever check my phone when I'm in like a movie theater because
But it's that feeling of it.
I'm not that type of person. But yeah, like I'm like, geez, I feel like I've been here all day. Like I didn't get that at all. But in terms of like what you're saying, Tyler, about like this generational movie, like I also didn't get that from this. Like I had a lot of fun watching this movie. It was like surprisingly funny, which I didn't really anticipate.
Yeah, it's actually really funny. We had a
But-
couple times where we were dying.
Like, actually,
Yeah, I was like
They did a good
cracking
job.
up during this movie. Like it was honestly hilarious. But like you said, like I don't know. I feel like I think the reason why I didn't feel that is because it's the type of movie that, at least to me, like it doesn't really feel like it has a message. It's just like it's just kind of outlaying or like laying out what it is, like what's going on, really. Like I didn't really feel like they were like pushing anything. Like we reviewed Eddington, whatever, like a month ago
Yeah.
maybe, and it was like so clearly like a political satire, like making fun of like this side and that side. Like in this movie, it just felt like, yeah, this is like what's going on.
I do think though that he does poke fun of both sides of the political landscape, but I don't think this movie is trying to be a left versus right, political versus political type of movie. But I think one
Mhm.
battle after another did what Eddington wanted to do 10 times better. Like I think that this is what Eddington wanted to do and the discourse that this could get and the really subtle and unique way that he maneuvered the political landscape that sets up the film. I mean, the first 10 minutes, I mean, you can't help but say that's a little political, but he's not necessarily saying what's good or bad. It's more just like, this is what's happening, like what you said. And I think that I'm a little bit newer to Paul Thomas Anderson films, but I have heard that sentiment a lot that you usually don't have a message in his film. It's like, this is what things that are happening, and it's kind of up to you to kind of figure out the exact message. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I felt like they were trying to critique like things that were going on, sort of, but in like a broader sense, not like a left versus right way.
Yeah.
More like if these things were going to happen, what kind of semi-realistic story could we make based off
Yeah.
of that? And I really enjoyed this movie. I did think it was better than Eddington too. I thought the narrative that they were telling just flowed smoother. There were parts in Eddington where you were kind of like, huh, I don't know how.
Yeah, you're also like, I don't know where this is going.
Yeah.
Like with this one, even if the twists and turns, you still knew what your end point was. You knew what your end goal was.
And I just felt like the realism that they were showing you in Eddington was kind of up and down. Like there were some moments where things just felt like nonsensical, like this isn't really how police work and stuff goes. And then in this movie, they kind of had some like more far-fetched like spy things and like gadgets sometimes, but it never felt like impossible.
Yeah. I think also like this movie navigated even like it's such a small thing, but obviously this movie doesn't have anything to do with COVID, but like I like the fact that he shows like a mask and people are wearing masks at certain points. And I kind of like that because they didn't like outright say to you like this is COVID, but it kind of just sets it in a time period. We're like, oh, we know exactly kind of what time period this is taking place in. So I think that's interesting that movies are going to now start incorporating like masks and stuff as like as an indicator of like what time period it is. So I thought that was kind of cool seeing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, I just feel like this movie is more so just him like showcasing or like shedding light on things that are going on like in the world and like
Right.
I guess the type of people that you can consider a hero or like depending on like how you view the world. Like you can view people heroes or villains. Like again, it's not really like forcing it down your throat of like what to think. It's more so just presenting information.
Not only that, but also like the first 10, I'd say the first 30 minutes of the movie, right? The setup. That's where your political pieces come into, where you could be like, oh, this is taking the side of this person or this person. I don't really think it's doing that because you're following a character, so you could say you're supposed to agree with them, but they're morally gray characters. Like,
yeah, I was gonna get to
you're
that.
kind of like,
I really appreciated that it wasn't as black and white, clear cut. This is what wrong is. This is what right is. It just is a story.
like,
It makes all the characters so much more believable when they're making decisions where you have to go, huh?
I don't know if I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like I might agree with your cause, but I don't agree with
I
you.
don't know if that was the right move to make.
Exactly. And that was cool. And also when we get to spoilers, there's like a specific main character that I was like, huh, I don't know if I really like you. Like, but that's the point of it and stuff. And I really like that. But then once we get past that setup, it becomes a father daughter, movie. And that's not political. It's about love and overcoming and the abdominal human spirit and love and just treating people with kindness and love and care and regardless of who they are. And I would hope that that's not political. Just like and love human beings. Kind of thing. So really interesting. We'll have to talk more in the spoilers when we get to that. But yeah, I really like this movie. Like I said, I don't know when we'll get into it, but I don't. I really liked it. I don't know. We'll have to get in when we talk more, and I'll figure out if maybe I do have some negatives. But like, I didn't have any negatives, but I didn't walk out of the movie like, oh my god, I just saw the greatest film of my entire life. Like, I didn't get that, but I've seen a lot of people online saying that.
I mean, I definitely thought it was a good movie, but walking out of it, I was not like, that was the most perfect movie of the century, if that's what people were saying.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a great movie. And when we talk later about watch, stream, rent.
Well, let's do that now. Should you watch, rent, or stream one battle after another?
I think this is one you got to see in the theaters. Like, this was a really fun movie.
I agree. Yeah, I would definitely go see this in theaters for sure.
Yeah, this is a theater movie. I think not only hearing the music, the soundtrack for One Battle After Another was fantastic. We've had an absolute banger year for soundtracks and movies. I just keep downloading more. I mean, Sinners, 28 Years Later, The Long Walk, One Battle After Another, Neja 2, Demon Slayer. Dude, like all these movies, soundtracks are so good. So good. So hearing the music on the screen, the acting, seeing Leonardo DiCaprio movie on the screen is great, and also just hearing everyone around you, like the laughter is infectious.
Yeah.
The movies, the ahs are infectious.
Like I mentioned, like this movie being so funny. Like the guy next to me was like cracking up the whole movie, dude.
Literally,
it was hysterical. Like
we were dying. Like we'll talk about the specific moments when we get to it, but I was looking over, I was like, dude, that's literally like one of our friends. That's like Justin. That is Justin right there, and we were dying in the theater.
Oh my gosh.
So definitely a theater watch. Definitely, I would say. I think, and also it's just like it feels like an art piece. It doesn't feel like like this is something you should actually support. It doesn't. It's not an already known IP. It's not a remake or a reboot. It is its own thing from an artist, a director who wants to make something really cool and great. And I think it deserves that. And I think people need to go see this.
Yeah, you could definitely tell that this was made with care. Like,
Yeah.
they cared about.
There's a lot of passion in this
Yeah.
one between the actors and the crew. So, let's get into spoilers.
Okay.
Spoiler free review is done now. We're gonna be hopping into spoilers from one battle after another. Let's get right into it. First things first, we gotta bring it up. Leonardo DiCaprio. Was he great? Did you like him in the movie?
Oh, he was absolutely phenomenal. He was cooking. He was definitely cooking in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, another classic role for him. Like, again, he was, I think, the main comedic part of it. I think he was probably the funniest part of the movie.
Oh, definitely.
I
Yeah.
don't know. He just felt like it just felt like young Leonardo DiCaprio again. Like, I don't know. Like, I know he's getting a little bit older now, but like it just felt like he gave that like same like joyful and like youthful energy in this movie that I just feel like I haven't seen in a while. So shout out
Yeah.
Leo.
I think Leo was great in this one. I mean, he doesn't really play a role that I usually see him in. I mean, he plays like a deadbeat stoner, not very like handsome looking guy, like all over the place, raggedy clothes. Like I'm sure there are movies out there where he's like that, but like usually I see him as like the nice preppy, nice looking guy. You know, it's Leonardo DiCaprio. You have him looking all snazzy. So I think it was really interesting. And dude, he played the character so good, dude. His comedic timing was great. His delivery of his lines are great. His paranoia was fantastic. I mean, he really, everyone in this movie did great, but I
Yeah.
think
But his acting range really shines.
yeah, his acting range shines from scared, loving, paranoid, high, like, like great. He was great.
Yeah.
Does Leonardo DiCaprio deserve a main actor nomination and win at the Oscars for one battle after another?
I mean, off the top of my head, it's hard to say like win for sure, but he definitely deserves a nomination. He really killed this film. And when you're watching it, it's just like, it's clear to see how talented he is as an actor.
Yeah, I agree. I do feel like he deserves a nomination. But I also feel like there's someone else in this film who also deserves a nomination.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
their role.
But
yeah.
they wouldn't be the main actor.
Yeah,
nomination.
no.
Oh. Yeah, I think he's going to get a nomination. He definitely deserves it. I think right now, for me, out of the movies I've seen this year, I would say Michael B. Jordan and Leonardo DiCaprio are tied right now for who should win main actor nomination. Right now, I think I would squeak it out for Michael B. Jordan because he played
Yeah,
two
he was playing
characters,
two people.
like literally insane. He was so good
Yeah.
at both, and they were so unique and very different in their ways that they acted and everything. So, but Leonardo DiCaprio, I would not be upset if he won too, because he was just phenomenal in this movie. So I got lost. Like when you have such like a notable actor like that, sometimes it's really hard to see past their face.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the things with Pedro Pascal nowadays is like I just see Pedro Pascal, and for the first 20 minutes I saw Leonardo DiCaprio, but then I got lost in his character, and he was Bob. He wasn't Leonardo DiCaprio anymore. It was great.
Yeah. And I think even just the change from his character at the beginning of the movie to how he was acting 16 years later, being able to show that his personality had changed, like his thoughts and the way that he was moving through the world was kind of different at that time. Like he's smoking more, he's
Yeah.
more of an alcoholic, he's, but I thought it was convincing still the way that the character progressed. And a lot of that is because of the great job that he was doing.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think I don't know if you would call it a downfall, but like it was just really well done. Like from going from like this really energetic and like go-getting revolutionary person to like just like you said, being like a stoner on the couch who like is afraid of like his daughter's
Shadow.
friends when they like show up at the house. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
just super paranoid.
Yeah.
like it's just
great.
but honestly, like rightfully so, like
Yeah.
you know, knowing like what he's come from. So like that's another thing, like it ties into like what he was doing before this. So like I don't know. It was really well done, really well written.
Yeah, I think on that note, also another message that you could get from this film is that like freedom has a price, right? They're like freedom fighters, they're revolutionaries, and the price is that their life is like upended. Like his life
Yeah.
is upended for the things that he did.
I
And
forget which character mentioned it at the sisterhood place later on in the movie, but they kind of talked about how they didn't feel comfortable the same way that they would have had they never gotten into this. Because you have to remember, like the whole French 75, they started doing this when they were like really, really young. They probably didn't think too much about how things were going to look for them when they were 50.
yeah,
Um, still being revolutionaries and how they can't go home and see their families and just normal freedoms that we take advantage of.
Yeah.
They can't enjoy.
and yeah, that's the thing. Also, is like people are out there fighting for our freedoms and everything in the world and whatnot, and they don't have the luxuries that we have.
Right.
So there's a couple of things we could take with that with this film, with its themes and some symbolic messages and whatnot. So what did you guys think about the plot of One Battle After Another? Did you guys think that was it engaging? Did you guys?
Oh, it was definitely engaging. It was a total roller coaster.
Yeah,
But it was a roller coaster in a good way. Like I wasn't like, okay, there's way too much going on. Like I hate this. But they definitely did a great job keeping you locked in. And the runtime, again, you really don't notice how long it is with how great of a story they were telling.
nah, yeah,
Yeah, no, I think like to start out, it's like or showcasing like what this French 75 group is like getting into and like their motivations and everything. But then they like get into the motivation of why Sean Penn's character Lockjaw like is chasing them basically and like continuously chasing them after so many years. So it's like I don't know. I loved the like what was it? The Christmas Adventurers thing. Like
the
I don't know.
Christmas
That just took
Adventures Club.
that took me for like when they brought him into that suite in that hotel or whatever, and they were
Mhm.
like is there anything that like would stop you from basically like being a white supremacist? And like I don't know, that changed like everything.
Yeah, I mean it was
Yeah.
it was the KKK.
yeah, like
Yeah,
it
so
was
it's basically what can stop? Is there anything that you've done in your life that would stop you from being?
Any skeletons in your closet that
Yeah,
you need to
like-
air out now.
and I was like, oh damn, like this just got I don't know. I think that was so interesting. One because it's like it's this guy who has like a really high like military position and like in a strong, governmental position and like I think that could be Paul Thomas Anderson like kind of poking fun at like leadership being like closeted
Corrupted.
bigots and stuff like that. Exactly, like corrupted and everything. But I don't know. I think the plot was really well done. Like
Yeah, it was.
It just showcased
There's
all
a-
the motivation.
I like the little details too, like the hitman that the Christian or Christmas Adventures
Adventure.
had. Like he was driving a Mustang, only driving American cars.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Like all of that stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's
little
like-
details. I'm sure like you'll pick up on a lot more, and also like the fact that the hitman was like not white, and that's like what eventually like leads him to. I think that's the way I took it at the end was when the hitman turns on them. It was because of a couple different reasons. I'm sure he kind of looks at these white supremacists with a little bit of like a distaste, but then also when they want to kill a kid, and he's like, I don't do that.
Yeah.
But it's like the higher ups, the people that are running our country are like, nah. It's all right,
Mhm.
kill the kid. It's all good. It's all good. I don't care.
Oh, you're talking about like the bounty hunter guy. Oh, that
Yeah,
okay.
the guy that was,
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't he like Native American? Or
I thought you meant the guy that was chasing.
no,
Lockjaw.
Not that guy.
Okay. Yeah.
We will talk
Because
about
that guy was interesting too. Because like another like characteristic thing is just like he was wearing like plain clothes. Like he didn't
Yeah,
look
the
like
Lacoste shirt.
like he didn't look like somebody that like he's not like John Wick wearing like a suit and tie like out there just like with the silencer everything. Like no, he's pulling up with like
he
dodge and shotgun to the face. Like
yeah he
that's
honestly
insane.
like looks like your classic like dad golfer. like that's what he looked like. And yeah, it was a really cool touch to kind of see that. Just it's also showing you,
Finance, bro.
yeah, it's showing you that there's monsters everywhere. Like you would
Yeah,
never be able to
there's-
tell.
Mhm.
Exactly. Hidden in plain sight.
Yeah, hidden in plain sight. I mean, literally, they walk into a house and go into like a dungeon area. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, this dungeon's huge. But
Secret door.
and the scary part is that that's probably real. Like, there's probably things out there like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, definitely an interesting touch with that. But let's rewind a few and talk more about the beginning parts. Let's talk about Lockjaw. I really liked that character. Well, I don't like him. Sorry. Wait. Let me preface. I really
favorite character of the year.
yeah. He kind of reminded me of Jory in the way he acted.
Oh yeah.
Self.
Yeah, I saw myself in him. No. Yeah, really interesting character. Really, I don't even
Like
know.
his whole plot line was kind of insane.
yeah,
Like
Everything.
when we first saw him, I definitely thought that guy was gonna get killed in 2 seconds.
oh yeah,
I was like, yeah, okay, it's over for that guy. And then next thing you know, he's getting like, and I thought he was like just getting cucked for a minute. I didn't think he was really doing anything. And then by the end of the movie, you find out
yeah. No, that was
everything was different.
he definitely is a pretty interesting character. I really like the nuances with him.
Yeah.
With, being in love with what was her name, the mother.
Perfidy Beverly Hills or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Something
being
like
in
that.
love with Perfidy or
Tiana
whatever.
Taylor's character. Yeah.
Yeah, and
He did a great job though, too.
Yeah, Tiana Taylor did a great job.
Like she
For the little screen time she had, she
Mhm.
made an impact that lasted over the entire film. Her presence lingered on the entire film after. And I'm happy we never saw her again. I'm happy we did not see her. I really thought she was going to show up. Okay,
Mhm.
especially towards the end, like after they like hugged and stuff. Like I thought after that letter there was gonna be like a little epilogue section where they just show up.
Well, yeah.
she's there. But
I'm
I'm
happy she
honestly
did.
glad that we didn't see that.
do we think she's dead? Because I
No.
feel like they brought up that she was dead, but then we saw her go to Mexico, but then they also talked about the fact she was MIA. So I'm a little confused in world if she's dead or not.
I feel like she's alive and she's just kind of undercover. All the other stuff that she managed to live through.
I think she's alive. I
she's
think they
alive.
just say she's dead to like kind of wipe the slate clean, or he really did kill her. He went and found her and killed her
Yeah.
to get rid of the evidence.
Did he say that when he was doing like the DNA test?
Did he say she was alive? I think he said he killed her.
Yeah. I mean,
But he's
he
also
lived through
You can't
his
really-
accident and all
yeah,
that other stuff.
you really-
It's hard to know who's really dead if they don't show you.
What do you think, Jory? Was she alive?
I think she's probably still alive. I think you can hide out in a place like, outside the country and just be chilling. But I thought it was, I don't know. This
You
is
would
kinda
know.
Unrelated. Yeah, I would. I think I'm a little unrelated, but Asada Shakur just passed away like 2 days ago. Who's the mother of Tupac Shakur, who was also like a political activist, like Black Panther, like I don't know. I think probably very similar in the character of Tiana Taylor's character in this movie, and I just think that was really
No.
not to say that's like, oh wow, like that's really strange. That, like,
No, the
coincidence
timing
that
is
she, like,
interesting.
passed away, but like,
It's kind of like the long
you
walk.
can draw a lot of parallels to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
They both Long Walk and One Battle After Another had such insane timing with their releases, with
Yeah.
everything happening in the world. I think that this movie was more planned, but still the fact that it's bigger than ever now with obviously everything that's happening. But yeah, I thought Tiana Taylor's character was really good, and I think she had a lasting impression over the entire film.
Yeah, she did a great job.
I love the moment where Sean Penn's character Lockjaw he goes to her house with the flowers. He knocks again. He puts the flowers down like, oh, he's leaving.
Yeah.
It comes
And
shattering
he
around.
got it in seconds.
Within
It's like,
seconds.
yeah,
He
I'm
didn't
prepared.
he didn't even freeze. Oh man. Sean Penn absolutely killed it as Lockjaw in One Battle After Another. I mean, he absolutely encapsulated everything about what this character should be to the walk. I mean, I saw someone online point out, but he walks like a army action figure with limited articulation. Like
Mhm.
he's walking as someone would perceive a military person to walk. He's trying to be so on the nose military because he's just an evil person.
I thought, yeah, no, this what I was mentioning earlier. I think Sean Penn is the best part of this movie. Like, just period.
Do you think Sean Penn in One Battle After Another should be nominated for or win Best Supporting Actor?
Hmm.
I think so. I don't know. I don't
This has
really
gotta
know
be up
like
there.
what I don't really know what goes into the voting process, and like sometimes I'll watch movies and I'm just like, I don't know how that was nominated for an Oscar, and like I don't know what differentiates this and that, but like to me he stands out like so far and above like almost everybody else. And this movie was great. I thought there was a lot of great performances, but like Sean Penn as Lockjaw to me was like perfect, dude. Like everything about him, like you said, Tyler, like from the walk to like his facial twitches.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Like,
He did like
and then
that
like
teeth
just
thing whenever he was getting upset, and he had these like really great nuanced movements with his face, and it would only happen at certain moments. It was when he was getting pissed, he would do that like underbite thing where
yeah,
like that. I was like,
exactly.
oh, that's so great. It's like because he feels like a living, breathing character because he had like people would have these new. He's not perfect. He's got it's fucking great. I loved it. I think he
and
deserves the win.
he
No,
and
was.
just like oh, go
What
ahead.
were you
Sam.
say? Oh yeah.
I was
No, you're good. You just go.
I was just gonna say like I think he demonstrated like having an eternal struggle like in so many different ways. Like obviously there's the whole him like wanting to be part of the Christmas adventurers group, like white supremacy, and then like having the skeletons in his closet, whatever, like being in an interracial intimate relationship, and then also like even yeah, like and then even like later on when he's talking to Willa, the daughter,
The
his
daughter.
daughter, like she basically questions like his sexuality, like with his like tight t-shirt and
Yeah.
and like like
Yeah,
it's just like
why
there's
is
so
his
many like
shirt so
different
tight? He
things.
immediately started projecting.
Yeah, like there's just like so many different things that like you can tell he's like internally struggling with, and he just like demonstrates that like throughout the whole movie. On top of him just being like psychotic, like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
No, it was
I
great.
think he's literally one of my favorite characters of the whole year, dude.
Yeah,
No,
no,
undoubtedly he's gonna be up there
I
for
think
me.
I agree. I mean,
Like,
every
when I
time
think about it, I feel like it's either got to be this or the villain from Sinners,
Ramick.
Ramick. Yeah,
Jack
I really like
O'Connell's
Ramick.
character.
Jack O'Connell did a great job with that. But just back to Sean in this movie, he was absolutely phenomenal. Like even in the scenes that he had with Willow, you could tell he was going back and forth on his internal ideologies of, do I hate this person? Is this my daughter? Like he was asking her, how old are you now? And then 2 seconds later he would be like, you're an abomination.
Yeah.
You didn't exist.
Yep. No, I think it was really great, and at a certain point, you almost kind of like he's pathetic. You feel bad for him, like Sean Penn almost makes me feel bad for a KKK member. Like at the ending when he finally gets his office, I'm like, I know you're not going to survive, but like I kind of feel bad for you, and I'm like, why do I feel bad for you? And it's just like it's crazy how he can really make. Oh man, it was so good. He really crushed the role, and he makes the character feel like alive, lived in, and have internal conflicts, as you guys have said.
The conflict, the nuances.
Yeah,
Even though he wasn't like a good guy, he felt like a real person.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, 100%, and that's the scary part. There's probably is people out there like him, which is the scariest part. But yeah, I thought he was absolutely phenomenal. I thought he was great, and yeah, that whole scene where he's doing the DNA test was really good as well. Just seeing the differences and how he's trying to cope with himself, being like, "Oh wow, I'm gonna have to kill my," because he could have. Why didn't he kill her? Because he couldn't bring himself to
couldn't
it.
do
Yeah,
it.
he couldn't do it. And that's why he had to do the bounty hunter.
I mean, I think what you were saying, like, why do you feel bad for him? It's like, I think what we mentioned earlier is that there's so many like morally gray characters in this movie. It's like, sure, you can root for like Leonardo and Tiana Taylor's character and like the French 75 because they're like, in theory, like, I don't know, on the right side of how you view things. But like, he is still upholding the law, like in his viewpoint, like,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they're like a political like terrorist group. They're like blowing up bomb like
Yeah, that's what I
things.
Fucking man was,
You know what I
just
mean? Like,
blowing stuff up.
Yeah, it's I
And
saw
people,
before
like-
going into this, someone brought up, they're like, this is a really interesting movie because your main characters are domestic terrorists. Whether or not you agree with their point or not, they're still
Yeah.
domestic terrorists. But yet somehow you're rooting them for them because the villain is the KKK.
yeah.
So like, but that's also the reason why I think you kind of feel bad or empathetic. Not empathetic. That's not the word. You kind of you kind of feel bad for Sean Penn's character in ways because even though he's evil, there's even more evil people, and it's
Yeah.
those old guys in that
Exactly.
room. The higher ups of the KKK, and I'm sure there's someone even more evil than them. So there's always someone more evil, and when the evil are preying on the lower, whoever they are, if it's the lesser evil or the good, you always kind of feel bad, like a little underdog.
So, in One Battle After Another, they had that whole panel of people on the Christmas Adventurers Club. Do you feel like they did a better job with their higher up power group than they had with him? Because in him, they also had the same kind of group of people where they were kind of influencing things behind the shadows. You feel like they executed their idea better, or was it just kind of the same?
Oh yeah, totally. Him fucking sucks. So yeah.
Oh wait, you're
no,
saying the movie him?
yeah.
I know.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, Spencer is basically saying the what white supremacist group was better, one man after another, or one or him. I think one after another because they were built up and the characters, even though that the couple of the old guys are only in a couple scenes, they're still there and they build up other characters who are there throughout the entire movie. While him, it was like one scene.
just kind of
They just show up at the end. They don't do anything.
Yeah.
They have a couple terrible pieces of dialogue. Don't even get me started on this movie.
I don't think him was terrible.
I hated
And
him.
Tyler's
I hated him.
hating
I might put it as my least favorite movie of the
They-
year.
him was a
Wow.
fun film.
At this point, just
I don't
because you're
think
glazing
it's-
this, you're
glazing
glazing it. So I'm gonna put it at my least favorite. It's gonna be a 0 star, a half
Zero
star at this
stars.
point.
It was
half
not,
star.
It was not that.
It was
Not
terrible.
that.
It was
I'm
really
gonna
bad.
go out and say
It
it
was
was the
fucking
most,
terrible. It was really
the
bad.
best movie of the
It
year.
might be the worst movie of
absolute
the year.
masterpiece.
It might be the worst movie
But
of
it
the
was
decade.
very fun.
It might be the worst movie of the decade.
Now that's absolutely insane. Go in the comments and let this guy Tyler know he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Jurassic World Rebirth is better. Steve Joy agrees.
Well, okay, you got to stop. No, it wasn't.
Oh yeah, 100% it was.
Jory, you hear this
it was,
guy?
it was okay. It wasn't terrible, but it was. It was
Him was
it was
better
a-
than Jurassic World.
Him was
oh well,
not better than
I can't
Jurassic
speak on that because I didn't see Jurassic World, but it was probably better. Yeah.
Him was. We shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, back to fucking One Battle After Another. Back to a good movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked the once the movie starts going, once we get our setup and everything in One Battle After Another, and once Lockjaw gets on the move, dude, this movie does not stop. And right when we went from like the backstory into the current day, I started waiting a little bit, not for any reason. I was just like, comfy chair. I'm like, fuck, I can't see the late movies. I'm like a grandpa now. I'm like, oh, I'm sitting there like, fuck yeah.
Oh, I was
No.
wide awake. I felt like I had to go to the bathroom the whole last hour.
Yeah. But it was only like 5 minutes and then it snapped in and we just started going again. And I was locked in. I was locked in on this movie throughout the entire runtime. I thought it was great. I thought the action scenes were great. And one of the best characters in One Battle After Another, the best character is the sensei, the karate guy, dude.
He was a dog.
What's the actor's name?
Benicio del Toro.
Benicio del
Yeah.
Toro, dude. Benicio del Toro. What a fire
But
character.
absolute sad.
Dude, Orifil. This guy
Yeah.
walked around. Every time he was on the screen, I felt calm. I loved the in One Battle After Another, having Benicio del Toro's sensei character interacting so much with Bob, Leonardo DiCaprio's character
Yeah.
was great. You have literal paranoia
Bob is
and
paranoid,
freaking out.
freaking
Yeah.
out.
Freak out in a
Sensei
character.
is literally the chillest man on earth.
Phyllis Orifil, dude. He's like, dude, this is a typical Tuesday for me. Like,
Dude, he's
we
just
got
chilling out, drinking a brew.
Yeah.
Then meanwhile, you cut over to Bob cursing out people on the phone. He's bugging, thinks
Yeah.
everything in the world.
So great. I love it when they're going into the sensei's house and And he's like trying every plug. He's like, no, keep going. He's introducing it to every character. And Leonardo or Bob's like, yeah, oh, hello. All right, can we go now, please? I was dying. Everything with them was gold. Dude, I don't know. Maybe this movie's got to move up for me more because this movie is great. Like, those
the three dudes that were basically the Ninja Turtle kids.
But the sensei was like, yo, take him on the roofs. And then there's Paul Thomas Anderson is so good with silhouette shots, and there's the silhouette shot on the top of the roof in one battle after another with the three kids with the skateboards, and they're literal Ninja Turtles. Like, I was like, what is this? And then you have Bob fucking flopping around on the rooftops.
I can't even imagine like the feeling of like missing that that building.
I was dying. They're all jumping, and all of a sudden it cuts, and he fucking falls.
Like, imagine your daughter's in like mortal danger, and you're like running on rooftops, and you just look down, and you know, I totally missed it. I got a foot.
Oh my god, it was
that's bad.
Perfect. It was perfect. I loved all of the physical comedy with Bob and Leonardo DiCaprio's character in one battle after another. It was just great, and that whole scene, I love it when they call the sensei and they're like, yo, your dude just fell off a roof and he got arrested. He fell 40 feet into a tree. You know, dying. I was dying. Oh man.
First question, what about my gun?
Yeah, what about my gun?
Oh, well,
it's so good.
funny because it's like he knows, like, all right, well, I just got to figure out a new plan, and like it's just he seems like so, like, I don't know, just resourceful. Like he just always is gonna figure it out.
So here's the thing. Now, I don't think the sensei was probably, if you're looking into all of his backstory and his skeletons in his closet, he's probably not the greatest person either, but I think it's a really cool dichotomy in one battle after another. The difference between the freedom fighters of the French 17 and then like the sensei, and how the French 17 were causing
75.
French 75. Shit. Sorry. All right. I really like the dichotomy I really liked the comparison you can make between the French 75 and the sensei, and how they're both freedom fighters, revolutionaries, but one group is using violence while the other one is not. And I thought that was really interesting as well.
Yeah, I thought the whole idea of that town being like filled with freedom fighters was really awesome. Because even when he got caught at the police station, or they figured out a way to get him to the hospital, get him out of the hospital. So just the whole town like coming together to make sure everything.
Yeah, it was really great.
It was really,
and again, that just shows like. And I think this is, again, why this movie is so great with the morally great characters, because Bob caused violence. He was a domestic terrorist, right? Yeah. But it shows that there's other ways of doing this. There's other ways to be a revolutionary and fight for what you want without violence. And I think that was actually really cool as well. That whole town, I mean, that was great. I loved everything in that town. It was so great. It was so good. And I love it when he gets in the car and he's pulls out a brew, starts drinking. Yeah. I'm like, dude, this is great.
They see the cops in the rear view, and he's still like, all right, time to chug.
Yeah. I love it. They go through, and he's like, dude. And he brings it down, and he looks back, and then he chugs it again. And then it's different. And the sensei grabs it, chugs one. He's like, all right, hop out the fucking window, dude. I don't know. Maybe this movie's got to go up for me, because now that I'm like thinking about it, I don't think there was a single scene I didn't like in one battle after another. It was just so fun. It was so good. Oh man, once it starts going, it's just a snowball going down a mountain, and it's just building up.
I think because you guys mentioned it earlier, like the scene where he's at the house trying to charge his phone was like, I think the funniest scene in the whole movie to me.
Yeah.
Because like, it goes from like him at the payphone, like trying to figure out what this passcode is. And then he's like,
the passcode
was hilarious. And then he's like trying to figure out what time it is. And then even the sensei at one point was like, "Oh, it's 8:15." He was
oh, it's so good.
Like it was just the building of like anger and like, dude, the insults that Leonardo was throwing
his family because he was like, all right, this guy's cursing up a store.
Oh my god, it was hilarious. And I love it when he gets on the phone with one of his crew members, and he's like, what's my favorite meal or something, or no, what's my favorite type of pussy or whatever, and he was like, what was it?
What he said?
It was like Mexican hairless, and he's like,
yeah.
oh, so good. And then he's like, and he puts him on the phone. He's just like, you fucking. Oh, I'm dying. I was like, that's just
Yeah, because he was like, so what was the password anyway? And then he tells him, he's like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah, it's like, time is just a concept. It never
Yeah.
really mattered anyway.
Yeah.
And he's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, dude. Oh, it's so good. Fuck. Honestly, this might be one of the first times after watching this, I might have to bump my score up because I'm like, again, I don't know. There was nothing I didn't like in the movie. Everything was
Yeah.
great. I mean, it's like, and these scenes still got me laughing now. I didn't even know it was going to be a comedy. And I'd say One Battle After Another is my favorite comedy of the year. I mean, the comedy in this movie was so well done and it wasn't forced. It felt realistic for what the characters were and who they were and the situations that they were in. And sometimes the comedy didn't come from a joke, but the way that people around Leonardo DiCaprio's character were acting with him being such a paranoid freakazoid, like it was great. Is One Battle After Another you guys' favorite comedy of the year?
I think so. I think it's got to be up there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the best comedy I've seen this year.
I think I would probably, I mean, I laughed a ton during this movie, so I probably would have to put it up there, but I think you have to like let yourself like be immersed in the comedy because it is a kind of serious movie dealing with a lot of like serious topics, like
yeah, there's a lot of dark
So-
humor. It's filled with
so it's
dark
like-
humor.
yeah, you really have to like let yourself like let it be funny. But
Yeah,
if you
I
can
think
do
this
that-
movie.
yeah.
I think this movie also is trying to tell us to not take things as seriously in certain moments. Like it's just these crazy scenarios, and it doesn't always have to be looked into super deeply about like this is the left versus the right, and this is the government versus. No, it's just like just have fun with a good movie and a good story. What was your guys' favorite scene in One Battle After Another?
My favorite scene, either when he fell off the roof or like at the end where the guy like crashes into the back of the car. That was a crafty play.
Yeah,
that whole scene,
yeah,
car chase.
the car chase scene at the end of One Battle After Another was fantastic.
That was
I loved, and I know so many people are talking about it, but the way the camera moves up
Yeah.
and down with the hill, so you don't even know what's happening in front of you or behind you, up and down, and then you're getting confused. What car am I looking at? What car am I not looking at? And you're like, shit. What if she's gonna stop the car and it's actually your dad that runs into her, and it's just up and down, and it's creating such good tension and suspense.
And then you're wondering, like, is Bob going to be able to make it?
Yeah,
there
is
in
Bob gonna
time?
make it there in time or whatever? The tension was
Even when
great.
They just like passed each other on the road. You were like, does he know?
Yeah, it
Is he
was-
going to have that like paternal instinct to just like
Yeah.
turn around and go? But no, they did a really great job with the way that they.
Yeah,
shot
the
that.
tension was really good. The suspension was really great. The camera movements were really great. The acting was really great. The cinematography was really great. Everything was so good.
I love that scene because it's like, how do you make a car chase scene like on a straight road essentially like entertaining? Because normally it's like in a crowded like city or something, and they're like driving through like alleyways and like evading like
Yeah.
other cars and pedestrians. It's literally just those three people on the road for like miles, and it's just a straight road that has hills.
And that's
I'm
the
like, how
point.
do you-
The hills.
Yeah,
The hills.
like, how
They were
do you-
so smart of the hills. And not even that. It's the way the camera moves. Because you could have just done hills. And it could, whatever. But the way the camera moves, so us as a viewer are in the car with them, not knowing what we're seeing when we're going up and down the hills, creates such great tension. Really great filmmaking there. I mean, it was phenomenal filmmaking in that moment.
But I love what you Spencer, like Willa's. That's 100 IQ play.
Yeah,
dude. Oh my
literally.
gosh, to like stop the car right, at the top.
hill.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, perfect.
I imagine it wasn't. Imagine it was just some like normal bystander.
Oh my
She
gosh.
just killed this friend and they shoots him. She didn't give a fuck at the end. She was like, I don't care who this is. I am
It's like if they don't know the password, you get dropped.
You're getting dropped.
And I respect it after everything else you'd been through. In the
Oh,
last,
dude,
like,
he was
24
an absolute
hours.
badass at the end there. It was great. Yeah, that scene was phenomenal. And then I also just love the scene with the passcode in the house. It was just really great. I also love, and it's in the trailer, but when he first gets to the dojo and he's in there and Benicio del Toro's characters or sensei is just kind of sitting there like on the phone, and the cops drive by and Leonardo and Bob flops on the ground and like does a roll on the ground. He's just like trying to be like a ninja, and he's just like, oh, so great.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed all the comedy in this movie, and then the action. The action was also really good. Like I thought the action was fun, like really, really fun as well. And it wasn't like over the top. It was just there. I had this thought, and I don't know if you've seen the movie. I think you have, Jory. But one battle after another gave me the similar vibes of No Country for Old Men. Not in plot or even the way it was structured, but there was something about these two movies with the way that they were developed and the characters were developed and how realistic it felt in certain ways, and also with it kind of being like a pseudo western mostly at the ending, like and with dealing with fate and karma in a way. Like I don't know, something about I don't know, George. You see what I'm saying here?
No, I definitely agree. Like it's like a cops and robbers movie, but like not. I don't know, like no, it's like it basically is like a cops and robbers movie. You know, like the two of them are like similar in that way. The main antagonist, I forget the guys in No Country for Old Men. It's like
Sugar and Anton Sugar.
something.
Yeah, Anton Sugar.
Whatever it is, name is. Yeah, like he's very similar to Lockjaw and just like
Yeah.
like relentless pursuit of this guy.
That's
like,
exactly what I was thinking. It's like they're
question, like
relentless.
yeah, like just gonna do whatever it takes to find
Yes.
this man. Basically,
I think that's what it is. Obviously, the fact that it eventually ends up in a deserty thing, and you could take the daughter as like the money that Anton is trying to go for, but like it's this pursuit, this two people's pursuit for one thing, and they're not stopping for anything, and obviously Lockjaw's absolute devotion to his one cause of getting her and disposing of her if he needs to, no matter what it is, what he has to do, he's going to do it. And I just thought that there was I just rewatched No Country for Old Men like a month ago, and I don't know why immediately I was like, I'm getting the same feelings with that. Like it was really cool. I don't know if any other people had that. And it's also this very artistic type of film. It's not a Hollywood blockbuster like you would think it is. It has moments, but like No Country for Old Men is not your conventional blockbuster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Yeah, both really good though. Chase Infinity plays Willow, the daughter in One Battle After Another, and this is like her first big movie or her second big movie, and this is a crazy year for newcomers as well. We had her, and then we had Miles Canton from Sinners as well.
Yeah,
and then he's not a newcomer, but he's becoming a lot bigger. Is The Long Walk.
Oh yeah,
what's his name?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hoffman. Or are you talking about David Johnson?
Pete. David Johnson.
Yeah, David Johnson.
Yeah, so David Johnson, Chase Infinity, and Miles Canton this year have absolutely crushed it in their roles. These are three stars that I think are absolutely rising in Hollywood, and I can't wait to see the more stuff they do. What do you guys think about them?
I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head. They did a great job. And if you were watching these movies, it's hard to tell. I don't think you'd be able to tell at all that these are people that haven't been in tens of hundreds of Hollywood things at this point.
Yeah, it's crazy. And for those
they
of you
look
that
like
don't, literally, I first of all, David Johnson from The Long Walk, Miles Canton from Sinners, and Chase Infinity from One Battle After Another are just some of the best acting I've seen all year. And these are newcomers from Hollywood breaking in now. I think these are rising stars. These are new rising stars to be on the lookout for. And think about it. Each one of these young rising stars is acting alongside with industry vets. Top. We have Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld for Miles Canton. We have Long Walk.
I can see his face now.
Oh my gosh! Wait, Mark Hamill.
Yeah,
Mark Hamill. We have Mark Hamill. We have Mark Hamill. We have Mark Hamill for David Johnson, and then with this one, we have Leonardo DiCaprio for Chase Infinity. Crazy that these people are acting.
Delroy Lindo also for Miles Canton. Delroy Lindo.
Yeah,
Delta
literally. Oh my god! I mean these and
Jack
it's not
O'Connell, I guess.
Yeah, that's a
the
good
Jack.
call.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like
Literally loaded cast.
loaded cast members that these new rising stars are acting with and at the level of crazy. I can't wait to see
Yeah,
more from them.
I'm excited to see what else they do with their
Yeah,
careers.
I mean David Johnson,
Great
Great
guy.
Romulus, and
Yep.
then The Long Walk, top tier, best character in both.
Literally,
literally,
been cooking,
yeah,
dude.
literally been cooking. So, just wanted to point that out. That I realized that I'm like, this is the year for these new stars, these new young stars.
Maybe they'll all be in a movie together at some point.
That would be
Maybe.
sick.
Is there
That'd be-
is there like an Oscar category for like best newcomer, or is that not a thing?
I don't think so
They got to get on that.
They
because
should do that.
they should.
Should there be a new category added to the Oscars for best newcoming actor or actress?
I mean, with that, we have, Miles Canton from Sinners. We have David Johnson from The Long Walk. And we have Chase Infinity from One Battle After Another. Not saying that these are their first films, but these films, I think, are like some of their bigger ones, their newest, biggest one that's really pushing them into stardom. I think the only problem with that is like, how do you tell what's a newcomer?
Yeah.
It could be what's your
So many movies.
Yeah, because like
limit.
they've probably been in a crap ton of short films or stuff, but like, yeah, I don't know. These just
Yeah.
There should be a way though to shine a light on
on
how great of a job these people have done in their roles that they
yeah,
had.
or you know what,
'Cause they
just-
all shined. And
you know what, just throw them into the Oscar categories for best actor, supporting actor at this
Yeah,
point,
right.
and let them win over Leonardo DiCaprio or Michael
Yeah,
B.
right.
Jordan, because that would be crazy. They deserve it so good. I honestly. Insane acting from these people. And I mean the actor from Adolescence just won an Emmy and he didn't even go to school for it. Crazy.
the more you know.
Do you think One Battle After Another deserved the hype?
I definitely think this movie deserves hype. I don't know if it's on the level of hype that you were talking about, where you were saying like this is undoubtedly the greatest movie of our lifetimes, but this is definitely
Yeah.
up there for best movie of the year, unquestionably. This was a phenomenal film, and I definitely recommend you go out and watch it.
Yeah, I don't think it deserves. Not that it does, I don't think it deserves. For me personally, it didn't live up to the colossal hype that people had built on social media, saying that it's one of the greatest films of the century, of the decade. But I think it's definitely a top movie of the year for me, and a top movie I've seen in a long time. But there are other movies this year that I have above it.
Is One Battle After Another an instant classic to you?
I don't think it's an instant classic, but I think it's one of the movies that'll age like fine wine. I think people will like really enjoy this one over time and pick it apart and really learn from it, learn from the filmmaking and the writing. And I think it's one of Leonardo DiCaprio's best.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't think it's the instant classic. Like, I didn't walk out of the theater with, like you guys were saying, like with my mind blown. But, it's I mean, it's a lot of fun, man. I love this, and I think it, like you said, it's probably gonna get a ton of awards. Come awards.
It should.
Yeah, deservedly so.
It really should.
Is One Battle After Another Paul Thomas Anderson's best movie?
I think there's an argument to say, yeah. I think for me, it might be. I'll have to rewatch them, some of his other filmography again. I think the only other one that could be up there will be There Will Be Blood. But for me right now, I think it's his best one. Yeah, I really enjoyed it and think it's one of the best of the year.
Yeah, I got to agree. Maybe it's recency bias, but I think this is my favorite movie that he's made. I do want to go back and rewatch some of his other films to be able to fairly compare them, I guess, when the hype for this kind of dies down a little bit more. But right now, I think it's One Battle After Another has to be my favorite movie
Yeah.
from him.
So I wasn't really familiar with his game, to be honest. I'd seen a handful of some of his movies in the past, but I guess I never like put two and two together that he had directed all of these until this movie, when I was like, oh, you click on his name and then you're like, oh, he did this, this, and that. I think this is up there for me, but my favorite is Boogie Nights, which came out in the 90s. It's a pretty I don't know, salacious movie. It's about basically the porn industry in the 1970s.
You
But
would know a lot
Yeah.
about that.
it's honestly, it was
Gooner Jory.
Gooner Jory.
Oh yeah. No, I think
with the
no, I
5
mean, that-
monitors set up.
the 5
10
monitors
monitors
is
set
crazy.
up.
Oh my gosh. No, like that movie is honestly really really good. Mark Wahlberg, Burt Reynolds, like that whole cast, John C. Riley, like they it's crazy. Like definitely go watch that. It's definitely a little out there. Like you're gonna see some stuff, but like man, great stuff. Great movie. And then like you said, There Will Be Blood. I think I watched that like a few years ago, but I think I like watched it like on a plane or like on my phone, like traveling somewhere. So like I probably didn't get the full experience of like
Yeah.
like what it was. So it's hard for me to say if that was my favorite, but I know a lot of people like that movie. And then he also did Punch Drunk Love with Adam Sandler and Philip Seymour Hoffman in like the early 2000s, which is like I guess like the shortest movie because all of his movies are like super long if you haven't noticed. But this movie was like an hour and a half like rom-com, and it's like one of Adam Sandler's most interesting roles in my opinion because you know he's like always in like comedies, you know, Grown Ups, Big Daddy, Happy Gilmore,
That's what they
etc.
call me. Big
Oh
Daddy.
yeah. So like it's funny like everyone was like, "Oh, Uncut Gems was such a different role for Adam Sandler," but I'm like, he did Punch Drunk Love, and it was like way like you know a drama romance movie. So I don't know if it's probably not better than One Battle After Another, but just another.
Yeah.
one I would suggest.
Definitely good.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch some of his stuff. I've seen it throughout my lifetime, but I gotta right now, One Battle After Another definitely takes the top spot.
Yeah.
Do you think One Battle After Another should be nominated and win Best Picture?
There's been a lot of great movies in 2025, like a lot, but it 100% should be nominated.
Yeah, definitely
Like
not.
I wouldn't be mad if this movie won. Like I wouldn't be mad at all. I would definitely deserve it. I think Sinners has got to be up there for best movie, best picture. But if One Battle After Another won, I would not be able to complain about that at all.
Yeah, right now I would say Sinners probably takes the cake for me, but it definitely should be nominated. It 100% should be nominated. My other nominations would be Sinners 28 Years Later, which I know not a lot of people will agree with me on, but I think it should be nominated. Fantastic film. Neja 2, The Long Walk, One Battle After Another.
Yeah, The Long Walk's got to be nominated too.
Yeah. Did you like The Long Walk better than One Battle After Another? I did. I
Really? I think. Oh, go ahead.
I know. In the way that I compare them is I came out of The Long Walk astounded, excited beyond belief. I couldn't believe what I had just seen. I loved it. Was it perfect? No, but I was so shocked. But I think that is because I had no expectations going into it. So the fact that it was that good enhanced my experience. But coming into One Battle After Another, I was told that I would ascend to godhood and become literally like the second coming of a god by watching this thing. And I didn't feel that. So it feels like a little lower than me. But I feel like if I went into these blind, I feel like they could be even. But right now,
After giving it some thought, I think The Long Walk I like better because with The Long Walk, even now, like it's still so like crystal clear in my mind. Like
so good.
I feel like I couldn't forget that movie even if I wanted to.
Yeah.
This was a great movie, don't get me wrong, but just the character development and like what you feel for the every single character by the end of that movie.
Such a good movie.
I don't think I cared as much about some of the characters in One Battle After Another. Like when members of the French 75 were going down, it didn't like hurt me like emotionally. But like when you're watching The Long Walk, like you're feeling real pain.
Curly goes down, you're like, oh, Curly.
It's like we just met this kid 5 minutes ago.
And I'm already
feeling it in my gut every single time one of these people get their ticket punched.
Yeah. Jory?
I feel like I like the One Battle After Another more.
That's fair.
I just
I know you just
I
like
hear what
white
you're saying
supremacists.
about like the I hear what you're saying about the like shock factor, and I totally agree. Like walking out of the theaters, two different like feelings, but I don't know, man. Like I don't think anything lives up to what Sean Penn did in this movie. And like, and I know it's not fair to like compare like,
They're
we
very
were literally
different,
just saying like David Johnson's like very new to like, acting, and Cooper Hoffman, very like a very young cast, different plot, all this stuff. Not a lot of room for comedy in that movie either. So it's like you can't have that element.
But you know what? In One Battle After Another, there's a much more complex narrative. Before you even go to see The Long Walk, you kind of already know exactly what it's going to be. They tell you in the trailer, it's a walk. You walk till you die. You win or you die. But I guess in this, there's a lot more happening. Like you wouldn't have been able to just predict off the bat.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I can completely understand why someone would like that movie over The Long Walk.
Yeah.
Because for me, it was mainly just like the shock factor, because I really just genuinely didn't expect to feel that connected to any of the characters.
Yeah, I think that I don't even know if shock factor is like the right word for it. It's just more like, I don't know. I just felt so much more deeply connected to Long Walk than I did to this one. But I think that comes from the hype. The hype. I had no expectations. The fact that I was so engrossed in it, I just was so ecstatic. It enhanced everything that I view. And I really wish I could go into these movies blind. It's just so hard with word of mouth and social media.
Even just like previews before the
previews. Like
movie.
I wish I could just go. If I went into this movie blind, I might have been like, holy shit. But I went into this like being told that it was the greatest movie of the decade. So like,
yeah.
What
about Jory? What do you think about it being nominated for Oscar and winning?
I think it'll certainly be nominated. I feel like this movie is going to rack up nominations just all over the place, but I don't know if it's going to win. I mean, I can't think in my mind what else would win, but I also haven't seen
pick. You got to
these
pick
other
one.
movies
You got to pick one that would win out of the ones you've seen.
that I've seen. All right, well then, out of what I've seen, it's tough.
Him.
Give me him.
Yeah.
And the best best
Wayans.
picture goes to no.
And
It's
the worst
probably-
picture
I
of
mean,
the
right-
year goes to him.
Right now, it's probably One Battle After Another. But
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
I don't. There's so many other movies that I have not seen that.
So you have One Battle After Another above Sinners.
I think so. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Good. Nice.
I think so.
I'm glad you have a wrong opinion, but that's all good.
Oh, okay.
I can totally see that. Is One Battle After Another better than Demon Slayer? So hard to compare those two, but if you
They're
had to
like-
rank them,
They're very, very.
if you had to rank them, and that's the problem because I rank every movie I watch on Letterboxd. I have one for every movie I've seen in the year ranked, even if they're rewatches, and then I have one of new releases.
Well-
And when I'm like comparing One Battle After Another to Demon Slayer, I'm like, how do I even compare these two?
This is an absolute like insane comparison, but I think I would take One Battle After Another over Demon Slayer just because the pacing
Complete story.
and even just like the episodic nature of the film
Yeah,
in Infinity Castle,
yeah.
because there were parts where it was like you can kind of tell they were gonna stop it here and
Yeah.
like go into another episode.
Demon
or
Slayer
something
was
like that.
a beautiful story, but it's also not a full story.
Yeah, you're just getting a part. And the hype for Demon Slayer was insane.
Yeah,
One of the most fun, probably the most fun theater experience I've had this year was watching Infinity Castle.
yeah.
But
One Battle After-
narratively speaking, I don't think it really compares.
Yeah, but One Battle After Another was also a great theater experience
Oh,
as well.
absolutely.
I mean, it might be like number 2 right now. I mean, we were dying in the theater, dude. It was great.
But
It was
what's
great.
better than seeing Zenitsu on the big screen getting
Oh my god, no, dude, literally. You know what? No, that was a shitty theater experience because I couldn't hear what was happening on the screen. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I think the worst theater experience I had was him because I had to watch it. I hate that movie. That
This
movie,
guy is
that
hating.
movie was so bad.
Somebody's got a bomb on this guy Tyler for saying this.
Bomb me! Oh my god, domestic terrorist.
Yeah,
over
Rocket
here.
Man.
Yeah, literally.
Rocket Man. No, but I think he might win, Paul Thomas Anderson, because he has 11 Oscar nominations with 0 wins.
Yeah, that's
You
great.
believe
That's
that?
like the Leonardo DiCaprio effect when he had so many noms but no wins until The Revenant.
He has 3 for Licorice Pizza, 2 for Phantom Thread, 1 for Inherent Vice, 3 for There Will Be Blood, and then Magnolia and Boogie Nights.
Wow.
Man.
And he never won.
Well, he's got to beat out some tough competition because this has been a banger year for movies. I think this has been a really good year.
Yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised with the quality of movies we've had.
All right. All right. That was a review of One Battle After Another. Really good movie. Go watch it in theaters. Does any of your scores change now?
I still have it somewhere between like an 8.5 and a 9.
Yeah,
It was a really great.
I'm gonna bump it up a little bit. I'm gonna give One Battle After Another an 8.7. I think after talking about it, just I realized how much fun I had with it. I don't know what it is that's bringing it down below a 9, but there's just something. I don't know what, but there's something. And maybe I got to watch it again. I actually would not be opposed to watching this again and just like,
yeah, maybe if I watch it again, I come out of the theater and I'm thinking it's like a 9.5 or something.
yeah, like,
But even just like after our talk, we really couldn't find anything to.
I don't know why it's lower than a 9. It just doesn't feel like it hits that.
Maybe that's
9
why everybody's saying it's the movie of the century.
Yeah,
You can't find anything to hate on.
literally.
I feel like again, it's just there's just some movies that are really well made that have great acting, all of it, but you just don't resonate like with whatever it is. Like, like it can be like perfect. It can be a perfect movie, but like if you're like lived experience, if it's like not shared like with what's on screen, then you might not think it's like a 10 out of 10, and that's perfectly fine. It's not to say anything's wrong with the movie. It's just I just feel like I agree. Like I don't. That's why I have it at like an 8.3 or so. Like I just feel like
8.3. I can't say
great movie, but like
The main glazer of the film
Yeah.
gives it the lowest grade.
literally.
the main glazer.
Yeah, literally. The guy's been delayed this
Have
thing
I-
for 2 hours straight.
I've
Hasn't
been-
stopped yapping. We haven't gotten a single word in. He's late to the podcast right now. And then delayed.
I didn't get a Zoom. No, whatever. We're not going into that. I
Well,
don't
what we
know.
do know is
I-
that Jory's lived experiences of being offered to join the
yeah,
KK
yeah, and being a white
really made the movie hit.
Yeah, Jory might be the biggest white supremacist and
I-
KKK member that I've ever known.
Literally.
The day I give a movie on this podcast a 9 out of 10 or better,
Jory's gonna have to.
it'll have to blow my pants off. It'll blow my pants off.
Well, that's not too hard knowing you.
Is that right?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So right now we got some big movies coming out still. My most anticipated movie still coming out probably might be Predator Badlands, of course.
I was gonna mention Predator.
But also The Smashing Machine. I'm super excited for. If that one sucks, I'm going to be so disappointed.
It comes out next week, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been hyping it up.
That one looks really
What
good.
else is coming out?
We have Shelby Oaks, made by Chris Stuckman. He is a really, really popular, probably one of the top 2 movie reviewers on YouTube. I've been watching him since I was a kid. He finally made a movie. It's being released by Neon. I'm excited to see it, just to kind of see, someone chasing their dreams finally. Someone who didn't go the conventional route to get to this. The Taylor Swift movie next. The Taylor Swift
number one Swiftie on the
The
podcast.
Taylor Swift movie coming out next
Taylor
week.
Swift.
Of course, we're going in a double feature. We're going Smashing Machine. We're doing a triple feature next week. We're going Shelby Oaks straight into Smashing Machine, ending the night with the Taylor Swift movie event. It's gonna be the greatest day. Tron Ares comes out the following week.
Now that's one we actually got to see. Tron Ares.
And
I'm
then
hyped for that.
Black Phone 2
Black
comes
Phone
out.
should be fun.
We're gonna have to figure that out. We're gonna talk off stream about that, but I will not be in this country when that comes out. So
Ooh.
I will be in Abu Dhabi. So
Damn.
Abu Dhabi.
They don't have AMC's over there?
no, that's what I'm saying is I might, but we gotta figure out the timing because they're like 8 hours ahead. So
Somebody's going to be up early.
yeah, either I'm gonna be up
And
at
it's
5 a.m. or
It's not going to be us.
Yeah.
It's not going to be me.
us. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Yeah, and then Predator Badlands, Wicked for Good. The Running Man also looks pretty good. Five Nights at Freddy's, Jujutsu Kaisen, the movie, Avatar Fire, and Ash.
I think there's Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out.
I think they got delayed.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. But yeah, we got some good ones coming out, and they're just the more trailers are coming out. I mean, we gotta look into all these ones because like one battle after another was a surprise. I wasn't really expecting that to be anything. Probably gonna see it regardless, but now the hype for it, and I'm really happy. So anyway, check back next week for Taylor Swift, Smashing Machine, and the Shelby Oaks triple review. We'll see.
Oh my God.
We'll see how many of those we see.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna see the Smashing Machine and Taylor Swift. Check out at least a review for
It will
Taylor
be
Swift,
something.
a Taylor Swift album review next week. So very hyped for that. Anyway,
There you go.
You didn't ask, but we did it again.
yeah, we did it again.
Did
You didn't ask, but Jory is part of the KKK.
Whoa.
The Christmas
need it.
Adventurers Club.
The Christmas. Yeah, exactly. Get the name.
Yeah.
right.
I also love when they were like, "Hail Saint Nick." I was like,
Hail
"Oh my
Saint
God." Like, oh, geez, so great. Anyway, we'll catch you on the next one.